the 15th of Sha'ban. What is the virtue of this night? What is it about this night of the 15th of Sha'ban, and how do we observe it? The Prophet ﷺ said in an authentic narration, يطلع الله في ليلة النصف من شعبان فيغفر لجميع خلقه إلا لمشرك أو مشاحن أو قاتل نفس. The Prophet ﷺ said that Allah looks at His creation on the night of the 15th of Sha'ban, and Allah forgives the entirety of His creation. Allah forgives everyone. يغفر لجميع خلقه. Allah forgives the entirety of His creation, except for a mushrik, someone who associates a partner with Him, or mushahin, someone who has shahna, whose heart is consumed with enmity, so someone who's holding a grudge, أو قاتل نفس, another narration which mentions someone who murders someone. And this is obviously the consequence of great shahna, of great hatred in the heart, enmity in the heart of a person, that he would actually take the life of someone else. So again, on that night, Allah looks at the entirety of His creation, and He forgives everyone that does not associate a partner with Him, that does not carry enmity towards their brother or sister, strong hatred and spite towards their brother or sister, or a murderer. Of course, a murderer can be forgiven if they seek forgiveness from Allah, but this is just Allah's beautiful general amnesty that He's given on this night, the 15th of Sha'ban. This is beautiful for many reasons, and also it has a direct call to action for us. The first thing is that if the Prophet ﷺ said that this is the month, تُعْرَضُ الْأَعْمال, that the actions are presented to Allah, then this is the particular night that Allah looks at those deeds, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives all of them. He cleans your record as you go into Ramadan. So you're granted this amnesty. Now approach Ramadan without the burden of your sins, but with the longing of your Creator, longing for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because your Lord is so merciful that in this month before, halfway through Sha'ban, He looks at the creation and He forgives the entire creation, so long as there's no shirk or shahna or qatl. So no polytheism or enmity or murder. So what's the call to action here? You know, if you're trying to prepare yourself for Ramadan, there's the preparation with the recitation of the Quran. There's the preparation with the fasting. But what about preparing the heart? Nothing consumes the heart and distracts it from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala like a grudge. Shahna is when you have an obsession with someone. You hate someone so much that your heart is consumed by that enmity. And this is directly connected, by the way, to the other form of presenting the deeds, which is that the Prophet ﷺ said every Monday and Thursday when the deeds are presented to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah forgives the people except for two brothers or sisters that are quarreling, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أَنظِرُوا هَذَيْنِ حَتَّى يَصْطَلِحَا, leave these two until they solve their grudge. And so this is the annual night that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would look at the creation, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would forgive everyone without shirk or shahna or qatl. This is the time to really, really think deeply, is that grudge worth me missing out on this incredible reward? Do I really want my deeds to not be presented to Allah and to be amongst those people who are not forgiven by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on that night? Is my hatred of that person worth me sacrificing the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And so seek forgiveness from people. If you've hurt someone, suck it up, remove your ego, call them, seek forgiveness, remove that grudge. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive the one that hurt you as much as you can. Do not keep anything in your heart of hatred or a grudge or envy, because that will directly stand in the way of you receiving the reward of this blessed night of the 15th of Sha'ban. So that hadith is authentic, and just like you're preparing your tongue with qira'ah, with the recitation of the Quran, you're preparing your body with fasting, you're preparing your soul with the remembrance of Allah, you prepare your heart by removing that grudge, inshallah ta'ala, removing that hatred that you have of your brother or your sister, inshallah, so that you can clear the way for the Quran to consume your heart in Ramadan, and for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be the full focus of your thoughts and attention during the month of Ramadan and beyond.